these recipes are something that you can do at home. We want you to feel confident and have fun and feel successful at each step of the way. This is a one-pan meal. Everything we're going to eat and serve is made in one skillet. Come on, let's get started. I love a good, reliable cast iron skillet, but anything you have that will go in the oven will be fine. So there are 4 chicken thighs on this plate. I've blotted them dry with paper towels so that when they go in the hot pan, they're gonna start cooking and turning crispy instead of steaming. Gonna put some salt and pepper on both sides, pretty generously, salt and pepper. And then we're gonna put a little bit of fat in the skillet. If oil will give you a good cooking medium that's gonna crisp up this chicken, but it doesn't taste like much. Butter tastes great, but it tends to burn in the hot pan. So if you do a little of both, you're getting the best of both, and it's gonna be the perfect thing to make this chicken turn brown and crispy. We're gonna put these chicken thighs in the skillet, skin side down. If you ever put food in a pan and you don't hear anything, your pan's not hot enough. And that's all you have to do so far. So the next step is to start on what is a pan dressing. So I have here 2 apples that I've cut up, and we're gonna add a little brown sugar, some dry mustard, salt and pepper, and then a little bit of spice. I'm using apple pie spice. If you're looking for a lot of flavor in just one pinch, some of these spice blends like this give you a lot of flavor bang in one simple step. It's just that simple. That's all you have to do. Now we're gonna use some onion. You cut the top and then cut it from top to bottom this way. Then we're gonna cut this end off and peel the onion. You may have never noticed, but every onion has little ridges on it. It's like Mother Nature is trying to show us where to cut. These are like the cutting guides. And we're gonna follow the shape of the onion, cut all the way around, and look what happens. With that cut alone, you have these beautiful little julienne pieces. So we're gonna add a little bit of this onion to our bowl of apples. And then we're going to add some fresh thyme leaves. And I like to make sure that the apple and the onion is really well coated in those spices. And then we're gonna add the other component that makes this a dressing, and that is bread. You want it to have some texture to it, not too flimsy. I wouldn't use, say, a sandwich bread. Put those into fairly large, bite-sized pieces. And then we're gonna toss this together, and this part is done until our chicken is ready to turn and cook the other side. We're gonna garnish this with some dried fruit. These are dried cherries, but you could use golden raisins, and we're going to plump them up, but instead of water, this is apple cider vinegar, which is gonna give them this sort of sweet and tangy and delicious combination of flavors. And a little bit more apple, and all you do is pour the vinegar over the cherries and sit them aside. See how this chicken's coming. So it's been about 12 minutes on medium heat. It's tempting to want to crank that heat really up to rush things along, but if you do that, instead of getting a nice golden skin on the chicken, it's gonna burn around the edges and be raw in the middle. So slow and steady is the way to do it. So let's flip these babies over. And we have this gorgeous brown, crispy skin. And we're gonna make a little space, and then I'm gonna put in my pan dressing. This dressing is gonna nestle between the pieces of chicken, and it's gonna cook in the delicious chicken juices. And that's it. Now I'm gonna transfer this to a hot oven and let it finish cooking in the oven. So it's been about 25 minutes, and that chicken ought to be done. Let's check it out. Put this down here. My goodness, look at this. So the apples have gotten tender, but they've not fallen apart. Our little bits of onion are all caramelized and delicious, and we have chicken juices. On this plate, I have a little bit of some leafy greens. There's some baby chard, there's some baby kale. Any kind of sturdy leafy salad green that you like will be great on this. And then we're going to lift out a piece of this delicious chicken. Put that in the middle. And then we're going to spoon some of this delicious pan dressing around the side. Make sure everybody's got some of that bread. Some of this bread has soaked up the juices, and in the bottom are these delicious juices. Now, remember earlier when we put those dried cherries into soak? They have now plumped up and have turned this apple cider vinegar almost like a vinaigrette. And for a little bit of color and a little bit of acidity to balance those rich, meaty, deliciously fatty chicken juices, we're going to put a few of these cherries and a little of that vinegar. And there you have it. So, you know, the final mark of a successful recipe is, does it taste like I want it to? So let me take a bite of this and I'll let you know what I think. Let me tell you what's going on here. We have sweet apples that have held their shape, but they're tender all the way through. We have a little bit of caramelized onion. We have a sauce on here. It's a whole dinner party on the end of your fork. This is good.